All right, let's see what happens. Okay, we're live. Can you hear me? Jeremy. Fuck, we lost Jeremy.
I'm here.
Oh. Well, speak up, motherfucker. We're live.
Is it going through YouTube now? Is the
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, hell yeah.
Sorry
dude.
for the
Let's
delay.
go. Where's the
Kenneth.
chat?
I don't know. Look, dude, we're gonna figure some shit out, all right?
We are going to figure it out, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, dude? I'm just trying to look for the live chat right now. I don't see it.
Hello. Okay. How's my meter? Or how's my
You sound good. You sound really good. You're crisp, loud, turning me on, arousing me. Curious, did you send me a link? Did you send me a link?
What do you mean? You're logged
To
on
this
here, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
because it's through my phone and it's so it's all different. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
don't see comments either. I don't know why. Show comments on stage.
So the fact that my what is this? It's like through my phone instead of through just the computer. So it just looks different and it's all weird and I'm just.
Well, this is going tremendously well. We lost Jeremy. This is going tremendously well. We lost Jeremy.
Dude, what a start, huh? We are just flying high here. Why can't we get the
there's nobody in the comments. There was Kenneth in the first one that was posted, the scheduled one. But because I had to exit out and go back into live because originally I didn't go live on YouTube. So that's my bad.
How do we
So
see
we lost
the
Kenneth.
comments?
No, there's no that we will see the comments. There's nobody listening, dog.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. I went to the YouTube on my phone and I'm the only one watching it right now. Kenneth went. He's stuck on the other one or something.
You're our number one fan. Hold on a second. Can you go to the Instagram and share this stream really quick so people could see that? Because otherwise, what I'm thinking, Dylan, is people are going to click on the other one and just be sitting there like, hey, where the hell are these guys? You know what I mean?
I just put it in the comments for
the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that way Kenneth will see it, but yeah, let me see if I can
all right, I'm still here, right? You can still.
You are live. You on YouTube. Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
No.
Did I lose you? Dang, dude.
You got me?
I'm going to have to. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Did you hear and see me that whole time?
Yeah, but I moved. I went to I pulled up a different tab.
And the only reason I'm saying that is because I feel like so when we've done every show up till now, you send me a link and I click on that link, right? Well, right now.
That's your fucking fault, by the way.
No, I know. Everything I'm doing right now is through my phone, and it's kind of driving me a little nuts here because it's completely different. So I'm thinking if I X out, leave and come back and just do it all through my computer,
Yeah, do what you gotta
Since
do.
no one's watching anyways. Oh, we got someone else is watching. So someone is watching. It says 2. But let me exit and I'll be right back. Cool?
Yep.
All right. And well, I don't want to end the stream. I just want to exit.
No, yeah, don't end the stream. All right. Sorry about this. I know we got thousands of listeners with bated breath. Trying to post something right now to Instagram with the link for the YouTube link to view it. Jeremy's trying to log in. I had to send him a code because he doesn't know how to log in as an approved admin on Gmail when we created this account. Good job, Jeremy. Fuck. Oh, for fuck's sake. Did you figure it out?
Am I here?
Yep, you're here. Well, I hear you anyway. I'm not looking at you.
This is way better. Holy moly. Sorry about that. Like, man, I can't even explain it. It wouldn't even make sense to you. Like, what are you talking about? But all right. So, hi. Judy Reed, represent the DF.
Oh, Judy Reed's in the house. Nice.
Can
All
only
right,
stay
we got
for a
a
few
listener.
minutes till dinner, so hurry up. I love it. Welcome, Judy. Welcome to anyone else that might be
Representing
here or,
DEI. That's funny.
might see us, eventually. What I wanted to do, Dylan, is I wanted to start by saying what we are not, all right? We are not a podcast that is unprofessional. We're like straight-laced. We're not going to use bad language. I'm just kidding. I wanted to see how long I can keep that going for until you were like, dude, shut up. Honestly, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
We are 2 dudes, 2 dads. One is a fighter. One has dabbled in the space. I'm a fan, huge fan, all things MMA. We are just straight up trying to bring you MMA, current events, dad stuff, life stuff, and we're going to do it with our own flavor and in a way that I think from 5 episodes we've done that I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun for everybody. So Judy, anybody else that tunes in, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun because we go everywhere. There's nothing that's off limits. You want to start with intros? Why don't you tell everybody about yourself, brother? That's how hot you are.
Does it matter? I've been a long time fan of the UFC, fan of MMA. Grew up watching it when there was 3 pay-per-views per year, 4 pay-per-views a year.
Those are the days.
Yeah. I do MMA. I do the UFC. I fight UFC,
UFC.
bro. Not very good though, I must admit. Keep getting my fucking ass whipped. So we're gonna figure that one out. Fight all of Jeremy's cousins. They fuck me up.
That's right, dude.
But
Train them all.
But yeah, I do MMA. Amateur fighter, 1-4, fucking dog shit. But the amateur scene is not as it's pretty freaking. It's got some depth to it, believe it or not. It's not just because it's not pro. That's all that
That's what
means
she
is
said.
that you don't get paid. The only way I get paid is through sponsorships. So, but yeah, we're trying to turn the record around. Big time fan of the UFC. Big fan of MMA. Love doing it myself, and I guess we're gonna talk about it.
You got any kids?
Yeah, I got a 3-year-old little girl and one on the way, another girl.
Woo!
Yeah, buddy. Girl
These
dad.
little girls, man, I tell you.
Girl dad, son.
Whoa. Girl dad, that's right. Me too. Whoop, whoop.
No, you got a boy, don't you?
I do have a boy. But it's like we're outnumbered.
But you're like,
he
he hasn't impressed you enough yet? Like he hasn't earned.
Not yet, dude.
You're like, I got 3 girls for all I'm concerned.
Oh man, yeah, no, he's a good dude. I tell him it's just like me and you versus girls, dude. It's 2 on 2.
Yeah, for real. I'm hoping to get a boy myself. But
Yeah, someday
see.
for sure. Yeah, cool. What about did you serve? Were you in the military, dude?
Judy, comment if you can on the audio quality
Yes, please.
for either me or Jeremy. Just if it's good, just give it a thumbs up. Something to let us know how the live stream is looking. You'll probably be our only listener.
How do we
for a
see how
couple
many
of years.
people are here?
I don't know. You probably have to.
I'll dick around. People.
But yeah, go ahead.
No, you were. I said, you. Did you serve? Did you do anything cool in the military?
No. Yeah, I served.
No.
I didn't do any. I did a lot of cool shit, but didn't do shit. You know what I mean? I was post.
Okay.
I was technically GWAT, but I was post GWAT. If that makes any sense, the mill guys will know. Like I was in at the tail end of GWAT, so I got a fancy medal. You know what I mean? But didn't do
You wear
shit.
it every day?
Didn't have any pumps, nothing like that. But did a lot of badass training. I was with the reconnaissance unit for 5 years, and we did a lot of badass shit. It was fucking awesome.
I love it.
But my time in the military is not anything impressive or even worth talking about. I just had a real fun time and learned a lot of cool shit. And I mean, I don't know. That's it, basically.
But hey, dude, you did the damn thing, man. Whether you, most mill guys, most mill dudes are pretty humble, you know. Yeah, I didn't, whatever, but the fact is, the percentage of people that serve, right? It's like
a percent, right?
It's like 1%.
Yeah.
1%.
Over the whole American military.
Yep.
And then like
The
each
entire
individual
percent.
branch, it's like 0.1% or whatever,
Yeah. So, oh yeah, that's right. We can get it to, that's what that is.
There we go.
Anyways, thanks, Judy. Appreciate it. Glad you're here. What's for dinner? Anyways, yeah, dude. So
You're going to make those pop up on the live stream. That's what you just clicked.
Yeah, that's what they come up on the
No,
live
you
stream.
can click individual comments and have them pull it up. Otherwise, watch, look.
Oh, you like? Oh,
If you
yeah,
just click the comment, you can pull it up.
I like that.
That's a better way to do it. That way, it's just not flooding the screen.
That's muy bueno.
Thanks, Judy.
Most everybody knows me. I'm the for better or for worse, I'm the guy that calls into Savan and talks about my dating life or ask questions about whatever the heck the topic of the day is or whatever. But for me personally, I've been in the CrossFit space. So that's the cool thing about this whole shindig that we're operating here is like we're going to do tons of MMA. We're going to sprinkle in CrossFit. We're going to sprinkle in dad stuff, parent stuff. We're going to sprinkle in all the things. But I've been in the CrossFit space a long time. I've met a lot of cool people. I've been able to coach. I still coach. I have personal athletes that I coach and program for, and I love it. God, I love it. It's so cool to, especially some of the athletes that I coach are older. You know, we're talking like 40, 47. I think I'm 53, something like they're older and still getting after it. But the whole CrossFit ecosystem has provided me just so many friends, so many memories. It's helped me grow in a whole bunch of places. Yeah, what's up, Colleen? Colleen
Got
says,
the Glintons in the house, baby.
yeah, damn, Jeremy pulling out the advanced AOL just for this. I told you, my Wi-Fi. I finally paid the bill. It got better.
You got that dial up still?
Yeah, I know the best version of it. But so besides that, former military myself too, got to do a bunch of cool stuff, fire all the weapons, went to Iraq in 2009. What an experience. I was just talking to someone about that today, and man, you learn a lot. If you're open to it, like you learn a lot, you grow up real quick. Or you don't, and you just stay stuck on stupid, as we call it in the military, forever, right?
I'm still stuck on stupid.
Well, I know, and we'll talk more about that. You know, so people get to know the real Dylan Bala. Look at that picture. That's awesome. We got Nate Diaz and what's his nuts and Jesus in the middle. I love it. That's awesome. Shout out Vindicate. But
What happened with Vindicate?
the shirt, your Jesus shirt.
Oh, my
Yahweh.
Jesus shirt?
Yahweh.
Oh, yeah, because I got a background going.
It was a heck of a background going with the Nate Diaz homeboy. And
That's basically, hey, just not to interrupt Jeremy, but I'm going to because I do anyway. But that's exactly how this podcast goes. A half-breed Mexican fucking up a black dude.
In your dreams, brother. In your dreams. 3 kids, incredible, amazing, best things that ever happened to me. And now, a couple of weeks ago, for those listening and also listen to the Savan podcast, I had called in. Savan had been doing an MMA show with Darian Weeks, Justin Nunley. Justin fell off after a while, but him and Darian were doing it, or sometimes just Savan. I liked it. I loved it. I know Dylan liked it, and I called in just like, hey man, like, what's up? What up with that? You know, are you gonna continue? What are the plans? You know, he's got a lot on his plate. He said he didn't know. Blah blah blah. Dylan reaches out, I think that same day, if not the next day. Hey dude, I heard your call. Let's do a podcast. Like, it was pretty much that simple, and almost without hesitation, I'm like, yeah, we're doing this. Let's do an MMA podcast. Let's talk about the UFC. Let's talk about the professional fighting league. Let's talk whatever, let's talk about that. And we'll, again, sprinkle in all the other things. And we've done shout out Caleb. He helped us out tremendously. C Beaver. He helped us out tremendously getting it. Even today I was texting him, messaging him, because I don't know, like, I can run computer stuff, but like this whole thing, it's wild. Dylan's better than I am, but
dude, and we're the worst pair for it too, just because like I'm in construction,
dude.
I'm technologically retarded. You know what
I mean? not just in this, like in life,
just in life,
for sure. So, but yeah, so we're like, let's do it. So we've recorded a handful of episodes, had a lot. I mean, dude, like 3 hours, 2.5 hours of MMA and everything else, politics, everything. And I think we have something pretty cool to offer, if I don't say so myself. So with that, what do you say? Look at this. They're just loving each other. Hi, Colleen. Half listening, watching, and dinner. What's for dinner, Judy? You didn't tell us. What's for dinner?
It is cool that being a fan of the show for so long, of Sevi's show, the Sevon podcast, that like naturally we just get a few people, dribbling.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah,
I love that.
It's pretty neat. Big community.
The Vaughn podcast is the gift that keeps on giving, man. The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, technically we got to thank Greg.
Yeah, I mean, without that guy, man, good Lord, we'd all be fat asses. Anyway, but what if we start with I'm freaking like psyched about this card. But what if we start by talking about UFC 321? What do you say? I've been watching clips all day, ready
I
for
can't
this.
count that high.
You're funny. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. Let's talk about this freaking card that is just going to be sick. We'll skip the prelims for now, dude. This haircut. Can
Are
you see
you able
this?
to add it to the stage?
I should probably do that. Hey, I almost removed you from the stage. Add to stage. Where's it at?
Just hover your. Yeah.
There it is. There she blows. Look at that haircut, dude. Holy crap.
That's racist. That's racist, Colleen. How dare you?
What'd she say? What did Colleen say? You got remember. We got to read the comments.
Sushi tonight was her
Woo!
response to Judy Reed saying she was cooking dinner.
Sushi, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's go, Colleen. Tell Garrett I said hey. All right, so can you see it now, everybody?
Yep.
This guy's haircut is epic. But we're gonna skip the prelims for now, and we are gonna.
No, we're gonna skip the prelims altogether.
We're gonna skip the prelims altogether. Man, I've been watching clips today. I was already excited. If we look at this fight, and then we look at even the girls, man, holy crap! And then we look at that fight, Umar. I'm like, oh my god! But then I go in, I've seen these guys fight, but like maybe once. You know what I'm saying? I go in and I'm looking at Rakic and Azamat and their highlights, and I'm like, these dudes are savages. This dude moves like a middleweight with the power of a light heavyweight. Matter of fact, the power maybe of a heavyweight. And this dude is just like this little silent, like he's wound up. And then when he decides to go, he's like, here we go. And he just murders people. I'm watching his highlights. I'm looking at Azamat's highlights, and I'm like, this guy looks like a substitute chemistry teacher. Like, he doesn't look like he should be in this game. What is he
That
doing?
big ass Russian looks like a fucking chemistry teacher out here.
Dude, he looks weird. Look at it, look at this guy. This dude looks like he does anything but.
Jeremy, he would rip your head off and shit.
I know that. I know that.
He's humongous.
But I'm
What are you
saying,
talking
like,
about?
he doesn't look like a dude that like fights. He looks
You're crazy.
nerdy, bro. Like, he looks like a nerd, like you, like a big nerd. But I'm saying, like, watching this dude go, Azamat the professional. Good luck saying that last name. And this young man who is just completely like, that looks like a fighter. This guy looks like he came out of the womb knocking folks out. This is going to be a good fight. That's easy to say, right? But like, these two dudes are on some. Rakic fought the former champion not too long ago.
Yeah.
He has speed, he has power, and he can go. For a muscular bound dude, like, he can go. He's not going to burn out fast. What are your thoughts? Where do you see this fight going? How do you see this fight going?
I think Rakic is gonna within 2 rounds. A lot of stuff up the middle. He's super. I mean, he's so fast. Azamat is not. He's not dynamic enough on the feet. Crazy power, but it just I think Rakic is multifaceted, too dangerous. I think he's got too many weapons, too many tools. I don't think the odds. Azamat is. I mean,
what are the odds?
They're even.
Azamat is. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I didn't even look at that.
Even though it's 105, 115, they're even. You know what I mean? That's even money. So it's Vegas. I don't know. I think the jury's still out on both of these guys, so that's why they just pin it as even, just to cover their ass. But I'd say Rakic by finish.
I don't disagree. I think when you see odds like that, how TKO. I read that is like, this could go either way. And I agree with that, because while Rakic is, to me, from what I've seen and what I watched today, I would give him the win, and I would give, same as you, second round. I could see a second round TKO. Azamat is nobody to sleep on. This guy has beaten some dudes, some formidable dudes, and if I'm not mistaken, he hasn't lost for a minute. Like, he doesn't know what defeat tastes like. He hasn't. I mean, he only has been in the UFC since 2022, but I'm not saying he's beaten the best in the world, but like, he is knocking some dudes out pretty quickly, pretty convincingly, hasn't lost in a while. I don't want to sleep on this guy. So while I'll agree, Rakic, I would give him the win. He is coming off 3 losses. Now, that being said, obviously, let's look at this. You lost to the former champ in a decision. You got knocked out by the former champ in the second round, late in the second round.
Former.
And the former, I mean, like, you are losing, but you're losing to some dudes. Santos, not an easy win. You know, I know how we both feel about Smith, Anthony Smith. He's kind of, I don't know, bum. Can we say bum? Can we call him a bum?
No. Just
he
look, gatekeeper, old. I mean,
sure. That's fair.
Dude, come on. Like,
that's fair. Have
some respect.
Put some respect on his name. But you know, you win against Santos, who, when I remember Santos when he fought John Jones, I don't know, 6 years ago, 5, maybe not even that long. 5, so let's say 3 to 5 years ago. And he like tore his ACL in the fight and still went the distance and like, formidable fight. So, I mean, you beat him and then you lose 3 in a row to former champions. He's going to be hungry. He's coming into this fight like, dude, if I lose again, I'm going to be that guy who might be on the outskirts looking in, you know, fighting for everything that he's worth. So let's say because of that desperation, we'll give it Rakic round 2. Fair enough. But I mean, homeboy hasn't lost.
I think Rakic is just going to drown him. I think it's going to be probably a competitive first round, but I think he's going to end up drowning him.
Okay. I can see it. Dude, this freaking fight is going. All right, I'm gonna tell you my hot take, my rear naked take here. Volkov is tremendous on the feet, tremendous, and he has a ridiculous length advantage over just about everybody that he fights. Although in this case, the reach isn't that, it's 1 inch, but the leg reach is big. But he's got the height advantage. He is really good at keeping distance, keeping you back. You know, if Almeida gets a hold of him, the fight is over. And I'm saying, like, that could be in the first round. That might be a hot take. That might be extreme. But if Almeida, if you watch, okay, so I'm watching Almeida's highlight reel today, right?
What are the odds on this?
The odds are, there you go.
Yeah.
Heavy favorite. I'm watching Almeida's highlight reel today, and I swear to God, it was like watching a loop. Like, every single fight, he is on top of the guy mounted, and he's either pounding you to oblivion or he chokes you out. Every single fight. I'm not saying like every other fight. It was like every single fight. This dude is just like, he is on you like a python. You are not getting out of anything he has. You better hope it's late in the round so that the bell rings. I think this dude, we're going to be looking at a title contender within the next, I'll give it, year or two.
If you go to Almeida, I believe his last fight was Curtis Blades. Is that right?
He
no.
fought Spisak.
Oh, a couple fights ago.
Fights ago, yeah.
But he did ended up, I want to say, taking Curtis Blades down quite a few times, and that's not like somebody easy to take down. Tremendous wrestler in Curtis Blades, but just shows the power, shows that, I mean, the strength that Almeida possesses. And go down to Derek Lewis.
I love that guy.
Look,
Freaking there.
wins a round round 5 decision main event against Almeida or against Lewis. I mean, that's
Mhm.
crazy to not get
The fact that Lewis
starched
went
by
5
Lewis.
rounds is crazy.
I mean, he's been 5 rounds before, but
He has, yeah.
most entertaining. But Almeida is crazy powerful, dude. He
Yes,
I think
yes.
I think he's gonna starch Volkov.
Starch. Explain starch. He gonna knock him out.
Starch, yeah, knock him out. Starch just means like if you ever starched, you remember when you were in the military, you starched your uniform to like you ironed it and put starch on it. That way it'd be like super crispy. And that's like the metaphor there is that like when you starch something, it gets real stiff
Mhm.
clothing, right?
He
So when
gonna
you starch
starch him.
somebody,
Yeah.
they go stiff when you knock
Mhm.
them out, right? So you starch.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna knock him out.
What round? What round?
Oh man, it's got to be. He can get it done inside 2. It might take the first round. Might be a little unless Almeida comes out hot and really puts Volkov on the back foot, which he's going to have to with that. I mean, their reach and size discrepancy isn't terribly great, but Volkov knows how to stick and move and stay away from danger. So it might take him a minute to figure it out, and if he doesn't gas out, I think he can put him away inside 2. But
Remember the Candyman?
I
The horror
mean,
movies?
decision win, like a unanimous, just very clear. Like he ended up on top, kind of ground and pound for a couple of rounds. You know, last 2-3 rounds, and so I don't think it's going to be something that's. I think it's going to be very one-sided. Almeida.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Remember the Candyman movies, the horror movies?
Candyman.
Yeah, it looks exactly like the Candyman. So we agreed on this one.
He looks more like Shaft than Candyman.
You look like Shaft.
And
He, yeah,
You look like Shaft.
Talk about racist. That was like all black people look the same. Like, damn, unbelievable, Dylan. No, but so we agreed on that. The first fight, the first main card fight. I'm gonna say this one ends in the first round to rear naked choke. That's my rear naked take. Almeida is just so good. He is a grappling like legend. He as soon as he gets you got to know his game plan is not to stand up and strike with Volkov. That would be art-hearted, as they say. Do not stand up and trade with this
Volkov
guy.
is not that dangerous. He's not that dangerous that you can't strike with him. You're gonna you're probably gonna ultimately lose a point battle with him. But Almeida's got too much power. It's gonna be once he gets touched, he's gonna be on skates or running away, and it's gonna end up in a TKO grapevine. You know, on top of him, he's got his back and he's just pounding away.
Yeah. So I'm calling. He's gonna take Volkov down first round, 3 minutes in, something like that, and he's going to find himself getting the rear naked choke for the win. That's what I'm calling, because this dude is, like I said, I'm gonna give him another. I'm gonna say this time next year we'll be previewing Almeida fighting for a title. That's my hot take. Moving on, dude. Are you kidding me? This fight. Oh, what are the odds? I didn't even.
It's bad. It's like a huge discrepancy.
Good Lord.
Yeah. See,
that might be the biggest freaking
that's like
I've ever seen. Bro.
That's damn near fucking. That's like really disrespectful to Batista. But I did say in a previous episode, obviously we haven't aired those yet, but that Batista he can't beat Umar. I don't think he has.
Not many people can.
I don't think he has anything that shows that's like, look, you take Patchy Mix to a decision, you know, an old weathered Patchy Mix coming off of Bellator. Like you take an old weathered Aldo. I know you love Aldo, and I love Aldo.
Split.
Yeah, but that was like, I mean, it won an award for the most boring fucking fight of all time. All he could do to Aldo was hold him up against the cage, and I'm an advocate for that. I think it's incredibly difficult. If you told a grown man, "Hey, here's the difference, Jeremy. I fight, you don't. I guarantee you, I can hold you up against a wall, and there's nothing you can do about it." You'd be like, "You're out of your fucking mind." And Batista's doing that to somebody on the highest level. So, it's impressive for sure. But to the casual, to just the viewer, the fan of the fight, it was the most dog shit, boring fight I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Yeah. And I love Aldo. Don't get me wrong. I love Aldo, but I mean, like
Aldo's
all time,
80 years
he's one of my
old.
favorite, but
He's got 1,000 fights.
He's done.
I mean,
he's done.
yeah.
And a split decision victory over a legend, but a legend far at the end of. I mean, he just retired, right? So like that was very unimpressive.
He's had like
two
or three fights since he's been inducted in the Hall of Fame. Like what I mean?
Like he just can't stop. But I think he officially put it down. But then, all right, let's eliminate that. But yeah, Patchy Mix.
It's not impressive.
Unanimous decision.
To beat him by decision, like, it's not impressive.
Would you say that Batista's been put into this fight too early, too quickly? Because I mean, those odds are wild. That's not like a 325 to +2. Like that, dude.
I wanted to see Umar fight rematch Merab next, but they had this slated to fight. And Merab ended up taking a fight in December. So, I mean, I don't know. They're just working it out.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I mean, Merab isn't going to lose. Who's Merab fighting?
In December?
In December.
He's fighting Peter Yan.
Yeah. So, I don't see – I know we talked about it again, like you said on the previous episode. Like, I don't see Merab losing that fight. So, let's assume he wins. Let's assume tomorrow – Umar just drags Mario through the ring, through the cage, which it's inevitable that is going to happen. We're going to see early next year, mid next year, we're going to see Umar rematch. And I believe you told me Umar had a hand issue the first time they fought.
It was reported that he broke his hand in the first round against Merab.
Okay. I mean, I didn't see that. But I can see, where that would come from. The thing about Umar is he is such – like he's a guy where if you took a lower caliber UFC fighter against Umar and you tied one arm behind Umar's back, which essentially if you have a broken hand, that's what it is, maybe even two hands behind his back, he kicks so much and so well that he could beat some pretty crappy fighters just from kicking them. So yeah, I mean, as far as I know, we're fast forwarding to this rematch, but as far as Umar and Mario tomorrow, I mean, I'd be surprised if that fight makes it out of the first round, whether it's TKO, KO, or submission. I'd be very surprised. I'm going to call a first round KO by kick. I'm gonna say first round KO by kick.
Yeah, I don't think he can get it done. Batista's tough, man. He's tough as nails. He's got a freaking crazy.
You don't think Umar can get it done in the first round like that?
No.
Oh, okay, all right,
no.
Okay.
I'd say I'll take it to decision.
Really?
Yeah, I'll take it to decision, but a convincing decision, kind of just like this, like it not competitive in terms of like striking. Mario's going to try to grab him. He's not going to want to be there anyway, especially if they go to the ground. But he's going to try to clinch with him, and it's just not going to serve him well. And I think it's going to. Mario has looked better as he goes into the rounds, and Umar seems to have he's got a tremendous amount of output early in the round. So I don't want to say he's got a gas tank, but he does fade a little bit, right?
Yeah, he does.
Because he does put it on people early in the rounds. I think he's going to pick them apart. I think he's going to be just crazy dynamic and just it's going to be all over the place, and there's going to be some crazy scrambles. Especially in the first round, but I think he's going to just wear on Batista, and he's going to be able to pick him apart on the feet and keep him away from him. And even if he does, get a clinch in, I don't see Batista winning those exchanges. So, but I don't think Umar can put him away. Look, 135ers can't really put a lot of people away.
Man, they're not the strongest
out like O'Malley's done in the past to a bunch of 35ers, but has struggled to do that on the higher levels, right? And so I just think they're too light and they're too close in competition as far as like you need a lot of power to like make up for your weight. And it's not there, but he's going to volume him like crazy, ton of kicks as well.
Yeah.
I could see a good head kick landing and then some TKO following that, but I just don't see it getting done because Umar would have to do that in the first round against a guy like Batista who only gets stronger as the fight goes on. So I don't see him doing that. I don't say it's not a possibility. I just
it's not that it's not a possibility. You just don't see it. And I mean, obviously,
I think it's just going to be a decision, unanimous decision.
Yeah, you've done it. You've seen it. As the guy on the outside.
Oh,
and maybe it is.
Keep talking. I'll be right back.
All right. As the guy on the outside looking in, the guy I've dabbled in the I was gonna say the crosses. I've dabbled in the MMA space, been able to do jiu-jitsu, been able to have some sparring matches against some pretty good dudes. I'm kind of the guy looking on the outside in, but maybe because I watched highlight videos all freaking day of these guys, Umar is just he's levels above the rest of that division, him and Merab. So for me, I look at a dude who's that good. Like I said, you can tie his hands behind his back and he would make a fool of a lot of the dudes in that division. I cannot see a guy, you look at those odds, crazy disparaging or difference in the odds. I don't see a guy that is that good, that held his own and then some with a broken hand, if that report is true, against the champ just a year ago, allowing this fight to go anywhere close to the distance. He's just too freaking good. So I think I like Mario. I really like Mario. I like the dudes that old school UFC fighter mentality. Let's go. I'm not just going to sit there and feel you out for 3 rounds and then maybe do something towards the end of the bell, 10 seconds left. Like he's going to go get it for better or for worse. He's going to go after it. And I respect that. But I think the difference in talent is so large. Umar gets it done in the first round, a couple minutes in with the head kick. He's going to come out. He's going to barrage. He's going to meet Mario where Mario likes to meet other fighters and like, let's go. Umar's not going to be surprised by that. He did it. I mean, Merab is the guy's a human tornado. He does not stop ever. So if you can do that against him, I can't imagine seeing anything else. So we heavily disagree on that one, which is all good. Moving along, let's talk about the lady. Oh, come on. Mackenzie Dern's picture is not working. There we go. Oh, what a breath of fresh air she is. All right, what do we got, man? We got what I think. Oh, before we move on, I'm gonna say we'll wait. We'll call what fight of the night will be at the end. We'll say that for the end. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I was gonna say what fight of the night was gonna be, but this is gonna be a good fight. Sometimes let's get a little sexist here. I'm kidding, but sometimes I don't know about you, but I'll watch. We talked about it previously. Like you watch the girls fight, and it turns into a girl fight where it's just kind of slapping around and you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of technique, not a lot of good defense, not a lot of good grappling, solid takedowns. Like it just kind of gets sloppy, These two girls don't let that happen. They fight and they both bring it. Okay, the odds are fairly close with Mackenzie being the favorite, but I don't know. I think we're in for a treat with this one because of the fact, like I just said, neither of these girls they don't dick around. They're not waiting for the other. They're gonna go for it. What are your thoughts on this one? I'm sitting here rambling. What do you think of this?
Keep rambling. I'm doing something. 1 second. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm just trying to post this on Instagram.
This show.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. How I see this fight going. Actually, before that, let's look at Verna. Fight history. She has not lost. And golly, dude, almost 4 years to the date, she has not lost. And when you taste victory that many times, albeit she's not much of a knockout artist, she has one submission, but it's all unanimous decisions. So what that says is, one, she beat Jan most recently, and Jan's no slouch. What that tells me is, one, she's got an engine. She can go. She can go the distance if she has to. But she's very used to winning. She's very used to winning. And if she plays her cards right, she's going to be fighting from a confident mentality of like, I know what I'm doing. I don't need to get caught up in my opponent's game. I can just execute my game plan. But that being said, the beautiful Mackenzie Dern, she's got a couple losses, but much like, what was that? Zarich. His losses were against some dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like some men. And when you lose to Jessica Andrade, Jan, who, like I just said, is no slouch, even though that was 3 years ago, you know, you're losing to the best of the best. Whereas some guys, they're just losing and then losing, and it's just like, oh God. Should we talk about Michael Chandler and his Tony Ferguson, his 7-fight losing streak, and you know, hang it up already. But I look at a girl like Mackenzie Dern. I feel like back in these days, 2-3 years ago, we were looking at a much less confident young lady where she's cutting her teeth in the fighting game. She is catapulted to the front of the line pretty quickly. Is there any more fights?
Mackenzie already beat Verna back in like 2021, I want to say.
2020, you were close. December 2020 by decision. Doesn't say split or anything. But I think she was kind of thrust to the – she attracts people. So, you know, Dana and company, they're going to get her in front of a lot of people. And she's been very successful. But I think now she's actually fighting with confidence, whereas back, like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I can fight. I can throw. I can grapple. I can take you down. I can submit you. Whereas back in the day, it was kind of like, all right, I'm good, but you know, I'm not that good, you know. And I think when you talk about these girls, since they have a history, they've both really polished their game.
Yeah, but go to Verna. Go to Verna's last 3 fights. Look, go scroll up. Just go back to Dern. Yeah. Go back to Dern's record.
Jesus Lord. All right, there we go.
Go back to Dern's record.
Oh, I thought you said Verna, brother.
I said go back to Dern's record.
Hey, watch the Sass Captain, Sassy Pants. All right. Okay, so her last 3 fights.
Okay.
Tell me.
Amanda Ribas is good. Lemos is good.
I like how you say their names.
I don't have supreme confidence in what Mackenzie Dern can do because she appears confident, but like in the cage, she's not, doesn't have a large fight IQ. And then she often goes like results back to her Brazilian jiu-jitsu on your back, you know, trying to throw up submissions, but you're just losing the fight. I mean, she's got 3 wins in or 2 wins in a row. She lost to Amanda Lemos. Then you go to Verna. Verna beat Amanda Lemos. She beat Jessica Andrade. Her last fight, I think her last fight was Lemos. But anyway, she's a tough motherfucker.
She is, man.
I'm much more. I can't pick women fights. They're just too.
It's hard, isn't
number
it? It's
2 could
hard.
fight number 10, and it
Yeah.
could be a dismantling from number 10. I don't
They're still
know why.
developing. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
because they're still developing. It's much easier to call a men fights because there's so much history.
Yeah, the
so
depth
much
of the
to go
sport
off of.
is the depth of the sport is well into the 90s.
Yeah, the women are so new that it's still, like I said, like it wasn't until I don't know, 10 years ago, 8-10 years ago that they actually looked like fighters. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Whereas before that, it was like, hey, I'm athletic, and maybe I did kickboxing, but like it was sloppy.
And
it
they
was
have
ugly.
plenty of good outliers, but unfortunately, still they are just outliers. And the ones that we did see become like really, really high level talent in the UFC are now gone, and we're trying to find. They're retired, like Rose, Amanda Nunez.
Let me mute myself for a second.
Who else? Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I mean, these guys are complete MMA fighters. Jessica Andrade was in that prime too as well with them. I mean, like she's great. She's well versed and in all the styles. I don't see it from this new group coming up just yet. I mean, they can develop, they can get there. I just don't see it. And I'd like to have the confidence in Mackenzie Dern, given her background. Her dad being cyborg makes it like pretty crazy. I don't know. I don't buy it yet. And I got Verna. I mean,
so are you surprised to see then Mackenzie being the favorite there?
I think that Mackenzie,
not by a lot, but she's the favorite,
Yeah, I think that is her submission prowess. So, but I just don't think she can get it done against Verna. And I would say it probably goes to decision. And Verna, unanimous decision.
And this is the co-main event, right? So this is also 5 rounds, no? Isn't the co-main event 5 rounds now as well as the main event?
Not always.
Almost positive that I don't know if it doesn't just tell us, right? But I could be wrong. Let me quick Google search. Call me Caleb. Our UFC events 5 rounds.
I guess a co-main would be.
Yes, UFC co-main events. Yeah. Well, it says are sometimes.
That's what I mean. I don't
title
know the
fight, a grudge. Oh, here you go. Here it is. So there's sometimes scheduled for 5 rounds, especially if it's a title fight, which this isn't, or a grudge match, which this kind of is.
It's a grudge match, and it's on a pay-per-view, so it's likely 5 rounds.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't believe I missed that. I should have known that, but
no, I didn't realize that till now too. I'm like, oh, that's right. It's a co-main event. So they both have gas tanks. They could both go the distance. Man, it is very hard, like you said, to call this one. I'm going to give it to Dern, and I'm going to say it's going to be a later round submission. What kind of submission? I don't know. Like she likes her arm bars. That's for darn sure. But I think Verna's got to be watching out for that, right? I mean, if she's doing her homework, her camp's doing her homework, like Mackenzie, most of her submissions are by arm bar. But some sort of submission later, late 3rd round, 4th round. I'm not even that confident in that answer. That's where I see this fight going. What about you?
I already said.
Oh, you said the distance, right?
Yeah,
so this one
I think it goes the distance. I think Verna kind of gets just a decisive, unanimous decision.
That's very, very plausible. Okay. So before we move on, just because this woman is kind of hot, what was the young lady? She was kind of like the first hot MMA fighter. She also had brown hair. She was Italian.
Gina Carano.
Yeah, say again?
Gina Carano.
So that girl, man, holy crap. I think I fanboyed a little too hard on her. But if we had a top 3 hottest UFC chicks or MMA chicks for that matter, do you put Mackenzie Dern in there and who else?
No.
You don't put Mackenzie Dern in the top 3 hottest
No.
MMA chicks?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's in your hot? Is it all dudes? Are your top 3 all dudes?
Anderson Silva. Gosh.
It's tough, huh? Not tough, man. That's a tough ask. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say it's kind of funny because I'd say Paige Van Zant's probably the hottest, but she
ain't she
did
doing
not-
OnlyFans now?
Probably
Something like that. That's what
probably.
I heard. Ooh.
Um,
Well, I'm gonna give you some other names. Keep going though.
Rose Namajunas was gorgeous too.
Yeah, man. Like, she's a pretty girl. Like a lot of people are like, oh, she's got that short hair. She's ugly, dude. No, she, especially with hair.
you pull up a
she's
picture
hot.
with her with long hair.
Pull a picture of you. Here, I'm gonna hottest female. There it is. Look at that. It's like my computer heard me. All right. Now I'm sure your brain's like, holy crap. Can you see this? You see the screen?
Yeah.
I mean, right off the bat, I was like, yeah, Misha Tate.
Misha Tate, I
was
don't
hot.
agree with.
Oh, you're
Ronda
crazy.
Rousey, I
She's
don't agree
hot.
with.
Ronda can be hot. She can be. Obviously, Paige, you said. Valentina can be hot. All right, let me give you something before we go on. This is my rating system. Friends and I either heard of it a long time ago and developed our own, but like bar times, okay? In other words, 9 o'clock is like Paige Van Zant. Like you're just getting out with your buddies. You all of a sudden hit it off with this girl. She wants to go back home. It's 9 o'clock. You're like, dude, I just got out. But if Paige Van Zant is asking you, you're like, yeah, we're going to go home. And then 10 o'clock is maybe for me, maybe a Misha Tate or something like that. And then, so on and so forth. 2 o'clock being Jessica Andrade. And you're just like, oh, fine, whatever. I just need to get something in here. You know what I'm saying? So based on that ranking system, you're putting Paige Van Zant at number 9, or at 9 o'clock, right? Where do you put Misha Tate then? What time is Misha Tate coming up to you? You've had enough to drink where you're like, okay, let's go.
I'm not saying she's not pretty. I mean, she's certainly very pretty. But like hottest top 3 was your question. I'd say Paige Van Zant probably takes the cake. I think Rose Namajunas is gorgeous. Alexa Grasso is gorgeous. Everyone else is like, I mean, Tabitha Ritchie's pretty.
They got Holly Holm on here too. Okay, all right. Joanna got
Holly Holm, hometown hero
prettier.
from where I grew up, Albuquerque, New Mexico, baby.
Really? Is she from?
Yeah,
that?
19-time world boxing champion. She was.
Dude, that girl. She's still at it. I don't know what
all over Albuquerque. She's
I don't know what league she's in right now, but she's still. I just saw a highlight of her very recently, fighting, and I'm like, man, she's got to be pushing 40 at this point. But Joanna got hotter, not hotter, but like better looking as she. I don't know if she got work done or whatever. She ended up. Yeah. She ended up getting fairly, dude. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Hold on, let's see. It ain't gonna show me what I want to see, but she got better. I mean, that's not doing her too many favors there, but like she's like on my rating system. Midnight. You've had enough to drink by midnight, and most people have. You're like, oh, okay, all right, let's go. You're not fat. You're fairly attractive. You got pretty eyes. Let's go home. I don't have to really look at you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's funny to see this list. I feel like we're missing.
Oh, Michelle Watterson's gorgeous for sure.
Yeah, she's very pretty. Very pretty.
Tracy Cortez is pretty, but I think she's way overhyped.
Think so?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just my own preference and whatnot, but
I think you are gay because she's hot. You are a complete raging. Anyways, I got us Kat Zingano. I never looked at her as attractive. Was she-
No.
I never. I mean,
They're just you
monster,
typed in
but-
hottest UFC fighters. They just listed all the female UFC fighters.
Every one of them that's ever fought, they're like, yeah, they're all on the list. Anyways, let's go back. I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm surprised you're not putting Dern. What's Dern missing, man? Like she's hot. She's fine. Anyways, let's talk about this fight. I have just gotten more and more excited about this fight as time has gone on. This is going to be, well, I don't know. I don't want to get it. So, okay. So I'll break down. I'll do my breakdown. Heavy favorite, obviously, for Tom. But my breakdown is Cyril Gane he's like Alistair Overeem Jr. with a touch of like a Czech Congo. So he's this big bruising dude, but he's very smooth. I think sometimes he leaves himself, and this is why he's going to lose the fight, is sometimes he leaves himself too open. And when you do that, if you watch a highlight reel of Tom Aspinall, he needs that much room. And when he gets going, it's like, and you're done. The fight, you're like, what just happened? He's like the Tasmanian devil, and the fight's over. But Cyril Gane, if he can fight intelligently, not be too loose with the hands, like protect yourself, create some distance, don't get too close too soon. Do I think he can win? Maybe, but do I think he has a fighting chance? Yes. Can he put up a formidable where we're not like half of a round in and Tom is just beating the dog shit out of him, and then we're all like, dude, come on, that's not fun. You don't pay $80 to watch one guy just get murdered. I think Cyril can put up a good challenge to Tom. I really do. What do you think,
Jeremy?
What are your thoughts on this fight? Oh man,
I'm
here we
going
go again.
to
Here we go
fucking
again.
hurt you.
Oh my God. Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry for my friend. He's a little edgy.
I'm trying to stay composed.
Tell me, dog.
This is you do CrossFit.
I do?
Something
Never
like
heard
that.
of it. Go on.
In a Masters competition, you versus Rich Froning, this is what it's going to look like.
Really?
Rich is Aspinall.
I'm going to beat him, is what you're saying?
You're out of your fucking mind. He's not going to, it's not even going to be a problem.
Bro.
Rich will roll out of bed and
Stop
smoke you.
it. Well, that's true. But this, I mean,
You're
again,
out of your fucking mind, dude.
I am.
He doesn't
I am.
even
We've
stand.
established
It's not
this.
even close. It's going to be, look, the question is not, does Gane win or does Aspinall win? The actual question is, does Aspinall finish Gane faster than Jones did? That's the question. That's the only question. There's no
Really?
question of who's winning. We know who the fuck is winning. It's
Bro,
not even
you know me
close.
by now. I'm playing devil's advocate as much as possible so that we can look at all aspects of this fight. If you ask me who's going to win, which I already stated, Aspinall is going to win. But my thing is, just to give perspective, every viewpoint that you can, if Gane can come out, not get caught up, because Tom, he's not one for feeling folks out. Like for at least, like traditionally, like you get a round of feeling out. Like he doesn't do that. He feels you out for 30 seconds and then switch turns, and he is just, it's like usually game over. If Gane can avoid that, keep some distance between the two, big ifs. But if he can do that, he might last a round and a half, 2 rounds. I can see it happen. I can see it happen.
Look, big if, but if I just pick the winning lottery ticket numbers, I'll be a multi-millionaire. That's what you just said.
Guy.
That's exactly what you just said.
I don't know, dude. Because okay, so if you say that, if you come at it from this angle, then if we go back to this fight, wait, was it this one? What were the crazy odds? Okay, no, it was this one. If we go back to this fight, look at these odds. And you said Mario could last 5 rounds and take it to a decision.
We're
With
talking
the
about
odds
little
of-
boys versus giants.
True, but it's still fighting. It's still a fight.
Yeah,
And if we're
dude,
gonna
these
say,
guys
like-
can knock you out with a jab. You're talking about
I made a
acrobatic
joke earlier
little
today
ninjas.
that
Like the ninjas
that-
can't knock you out. They're gonna do a crazy flips and shit and get into crazy
True,
scrambles.
true.
They're not gonna knock you out.
I
That
made a joke earlier
beast
today that
right
these
there is gonna
dudes
knock you the
hold the
fuck out.
power. They hold the power to like knock you out with the air that passes your face. So if they swung at you and missed you, but like got close in the air could knock you out. That's how hard these guys hit.
That's
But-
like the 50 cal thing with the overpressure of a 50
Yes.
cal. A
Yes.
50 cal Madu's shooting rounds in between me and you. We're standing shoulder to shoulder, and it's passing between the overpressure that round creates, that supersonic trace, and the air displacement. It's such a big round, and how fast it's traveling that the overpressure can really fuck you up if you're close
Mhm.
enough to it.
Yep.
That's
And that's the
yeah,
power
and you're
that
right.
these
That's
dudes
what-
possess.
yeah.
It's crazy. So I
Yeah,
get
well,
that. Dude, I
actually,
get it. I'm just
Gon
saying.
doesn't possess it.
Stop it. Stop
You're
it. Do
out
we
of-
need to
dude,
go to
no.
a Cyril Gone highlight reel?
Oh, we go ahead. We're gonna be
Oh,
here
I'm
for a
good.
while.
We'll be here for. We're actually
We're gonna be
watch
watching
an
fucking full
hour-long-
fights, is what we're gonna be watching. Yeah, he finished Tai Tuivasa, which was
Oh,
he almost got fucking knocked the fuck out by Tai Tuivasa too. And
He
Ty's
did.
not a
He did.
sophisticated striker. He's just got fucking
Yeah, but
heavy hands and he can
he
box.
has heavy hands.
He can
man.
box, right?
Yeah.
But
Can you see
look.
this? Audio's off.
look,
Look at that.
that's not power. That's exhaustion.
That is power, dude.
No, it's not. That's exhaustion.
Ty-
And he teed him up. He had great footwork, peeled off to the side, headed him off, and then clipped him on the chin. That's just fighting. That's not power. Aspinall has power. You understand? Like
I
they're
do understand.
for being
I
that
do
big
understand.
fuck,
No, I
he
get.
does
I can
not
get
have
with
power.
you on like Tom can wipe the floor with this. I'll get with you on that. But I cannot get with you on him not having what I do. Cyril not having unbelievable striking power. Like this guy can hit hard.
If he had
This one,
unbelievable,
he leg
if he had
locks the guy.
unbelievable striking power, he would have fought John Jones, and instead he just tried to stay away from him.
I would try to stay away from John Jones. I mean, you're again now we're talking about John Jones, literally the greatest fighter we have ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like he's made a lot of dudes look like fools. I get what you're saying. Like if we're gonna say like who has the upper hand in power, you know, obviously, okay, so that's the same one. So maybe it's not as impressive as I thought, but like who has more power? Obviously, Tom Aspinall is far and away the better striker, the stronger striker. All I'm trying to do is create like a little bit of a devil's advocate type of a thing. Like
You're going to see every
give
single
Cyril
one of
a
Tom's fights.
chance.
You're going to see every single one of Tom's fights in a highlight reel in under 2 minutes. That's what we're about to watch.
Yeah,
Don doesn't
it's
have
actually pretty damn incredible how look at, I mean,
And you
And-
know how
and
hard
again,
that
these are
motherfucker hits
former-
right there that's on the ground?
yeah, very hard. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm telling you, I know this dude. He has the capability to finish this fight in the first minute. He absolutely he can come out and he can do it. Home. This guy did. Alex Pereira just did very very recently. I get it. I totally get it. I'm just trying to give Gon a chance here and say like if you approach it wisely and try not to get caught up and maybe counterpunch, you know. Oh my god.
The only chance that Gon has is if Gon doesn't show up to the fight. That's
Yeah,
the only
that
chance
bad.
he has.
Thing about Aspinall though, he's so good, but the one thing what I don't want to see, oh my god, in Tom Aspinall, what I don't want to see and when you're as good as him, you sometimes see
That's
it.
going to be Gon's life right there.
Yeah, probably within 30 to 45 seconds. But that's why you got to keep the distance. I mean, if you can.
And
But,
Gon has the footwork
you might
to keep the distance. He does.
That's what I mean. That's
has,
what I'm saying. Like, he has that talent. He's got that ability to keep. So, again, the overarching point that I'm trying to make is like, you are not going to beat Tom Aspinall, but and this is Andre Arlovsky, who was one of my favorite fighters of all time. But
and he's also 80.
Yeah, he had no business being in there. I mean, Tom.
I mean, at that point in Tom's career, he did. Because
that's fair.
You know,
that's fair. What I meant is like he should have retired before this fight ever.
Sure.
Happened. Like Andre, you were one of the best, still are one of the best of all time, but. It's you're a fighter and it's hard to stop, dude. Like it's hard. I was just talking about CrossFit the other day and competing and I did it for a long time and golly, just crushed them. It's hard to stop. It's hard to be like, all right, I've done enough. I've had enough. It's hard to turn that off, and that's why you see these guys.
I think
Dana White had to retire.
I think you got to take this down. I think.
Really?
I think it'll flag our channel.
Oh, I thought it was only if audio was on. But anyways,
I think it just has ways of picking it up, like more than 7 seconds at a time.
I'm gonna trust you here. Dana had to retire. Chuck Liddell. He's had to retire certain dudes because they just keep coming back. And Andre Arlovsky, man,
Shogun kept coming back.
Shogun, it's like Dan Henderson. Like, hey, man, after a while, you just got to be like, you know what? There's something else I can do here in the world. And man, that's Curtis.
All right, look, I'll say this. Gon, it's going to be a little bit more difficult of a fight for Aspinall to finish, inside a minute or whatever. I think he can get it done in the first round. But it's just because Gon will evade. He's going to play it smart and really circle the ring, use his footwork, try to stick and move. The only hope that Gon has is something up the middle, something wild card up the middle, meaning Aspinall has tremendous springy, bouncy entrances, because he's just fucking digging in, going as soon as he closes, he's going to close that distance faster than anybody you've ever seen. And as soon as he does, the only hope that Gon has is a fucking front kick up the middle.
Yep. A knee.
Fucking Vitor got fucking smoked by
Anderson. Yeah, I'm still sad about that fight.
And so similar, right? Something
like
right
that.
up the middle.
Yeah.
A flying knee as he approaches, as he does. If he can time that sprint in, that just jolt of energy where he explodes and goes to fucking end your life. If he can time that entry off of a backward moving motion and then come up, boom, into it as Aspinall approaches in that sprint. And then as Gon's backing up, he forces himself back into it. Jumps up, flying knee. It's freak shit that he can win by.
You give those a chance
those
of
dramatic
entries, one in a million, one in 1,000.
Here's what you do. If you're a fan and you like putting a little scratch down on some action, okay, this don't bet on Tom Aspinall. You're not going to win any money. You can put $100 down. You're going to win fucking $10. It's not. I don't know the odds, but I'm sure they're crazy.
You're going to owe 100 more.
Yeah. So here's your play. If you're a betting man and you like this action, go down. Show me the odds.
It's not the worst I've ever seen, but it ain't good.
Okay, but if we were to look at the odds right now, if I pull up DraftKings, let's just pull up DraftKings for the fuck of it. If I pull up DraftKings, it's Cyril Gon versus Tom Aspinall, and Gon by knockout is going to be a plus 600 or a plus 800. It's going to be something crazy, right? Because their money line odds, Gon to win is plus 280. So easily double that for a knockout by Gon. If that's the case, here's your play. He does have a freak puncher's chance at just that. In those, look, we're in the year of the spinning elbow, of the spinning attack. We've had 6 knockouts. We've had 6 or 7 incredible knockouts, including the Contender Series, by spinning elbow, spinning back fist. I mean, I think it's all been spinning elbows, actually. So if he can, and it's all done by that guy who has that dynamic like fucking Aspinall does. where he closes that distance really fast. When that's timed and it's timed well, you can just simply, you don't even really have to enter. You just stand there and turn, boom. That's that spinning elbow. Or you jump up in that flying knee. And Gon is much more up the middle than a rotational fighter. He's got that kind of like hands down, bouncy karate style. I think his move is up the middle. Up the middle with that front kick to the jaw. I mean, that's going to be bread and butter. He's probably going to be throwing that to keep Tom away anyway, and it's going to be landing on the gut. As long as Tom is in front of him, bam, spam that fucking kick to the gut, right? Keep that big motherfucker the fuck away from you because your legs are longer than his arms. So keep him away. And it's going to zap his energy. It's going to do a lot, right? So then that sets up something like that thing hitting the gut 10 times to all of a sudden going higher. And that's trickery. It's just a setup, right? Or it can set up the jumping attack to the flying knee as Tom enters flying knee. So if you're to play it, I mean, if you're to put any money on this fight in particular, don't bet money line. Don't fuck that. Put money on a knockout by Gon because that's the only way he can win.
Totally agree. What do you think the chances? Like I asked before, 1 in 1,000, 1 in a million, 1 in 100,000 that Gon catches him in something like that, some flying knee, spinning elbow, crazy fluke
Look
finish.
Behind my head. That's the only chance he has.
That's a good chance though. You know what I'm saying? That's a good.
Jesus comes down and helps him out. That's the only chance he has. But no, I think it's I'm
gonna say like 1 in a million. No, 1 in 500.
Let's just say this: if they fought 5 times. If they fought 10 times, Gon could do something like that twice.
Really? Okay. It's not the worst odds, you know? Like it could be worse than that. Could you imagine, dude? It'd be one of those moments. We've all had those moments where there's some kind of a finish that no one saw coming, and you just sit there like for like the next 10 minutes, just not being able to move because you're like, what just happened? Yeah. That right there would be That would be that.
He's not going to beat Gon. He's not going to beat Aspinall on the ground. No. He got wrestle fucked by Francis Ngannou, who started wrestling fucking 2 years after he was in the UFC. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't see that. I don't see this going to the ground maybe at all. You know, unless it's Gon getting knocked out. Like that's the
Aspinall should have blast double after piecing him up. You know, and just totally grapevine him and just ground and pound and fucking destroy him. Yeah. And that won't be an issue for Aspinall. What's going to be an issue is like figuring out how to keep him off of you. And so he loses in all facets. The only way is some freak shit. And I think he's got to really back up and really evade getting knocked out just to time Aspinall coming in, flying knee, kick up the middle, spinning elbow, something.
He's got some long arms, man. He's got Aspinall. There's only 3-inch advantage, but I mean, he's like, you just look at him. He's got them monkey arms, dude. Like he can scratch his knee as Cyril can. But all right, so I'm gonna say I think we're gonna be very similar in our pick here, but I will say actually maybe we won't because I want to see a good fight. I know who's gonna win. We all know who's gonna win. But I don't want to see, and it ain't about paying the money. It's just like you don't want the main event to be a 1 minute knockout. You know what I'm saying? Like come on, you know.
I don't know. I was pretty satisfied with Poeton's finish.
See, that's different. To me, that was different because the first fight was a complete fluke. And, you know, Uncle Ivan's talking about, you know, he what do you say? He killed the name, Peloton name and just like talking all this crap. So it was like, okay, which fine. I'm not saying he shouldn't talk crap, but like, it was kind of like, all right, that I'm cool with. I'm all right with that. Years ago, Tim Sylvia? Remember Tim Sylvia? He was like 6'8", giant, heavyweight dude. He got knocked out by, I want to say Randy Couture, and this was after Tim Sylvia was just beating everybody, you know. That something like that, yes, like sign me up. But I want to see a good fight. So I'm going to say this gets stopped TKO in the second round, halfway through. So I'm going to give Gon a round and a half that he can hang. He's going to take some punishment, but he'll hang in for a round and a half. and then it'll be lights out. What about you?
First round submission.
Submission.
Yeah.
How quickly? How quickly are you saying that? We're talking first 2 minutes.
Under. I'll take the under on half of a round.
Okay.
So he'll get it done inside 2.5 minutes.
So he tees him up, takes him down, realizes how much better he is on the ground.
No, he's just not going to realize nothing. It's just his neck is going to be there. Like he's going to spark him, and he's going to blast double him. He's going to spark him with a sick combo. Yeah, Don's going to be trying to get away. He's going to get taken down in that dizzy evasion, and he's going to land a couple more punches as he's taking him to the ground, and his neck is going to be exposed, and he's just going to strangle him.
I can 100% say. I just don't want to see that necessarily. But maybe by that time in the night, I'll be like, whatever, I'm like, cool, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like, here's the issue though. So I'll go ahead and I'll stop sharing this so we can come back up on the screen here. Here's the issue. Don't judge me. All right. Anyone listening still, don't judge me. I told you about that girl, right?
No one's listening, dog.
Eventually people will listen. So let's pretend people are listening. I told you about that girl, right? I hung out with her.
As soon as you started your story, we lost a listener. We had 3, now we have 2.
And she's a chick with no gag reflex, and we had a good time, and we've been having times ever since. She said a couple days ago, "Hey, I want to hang out." Okay. What does your weekend look like? I got nothing going on Saturday. I'm like, me neither. She's like, let's hang out. I'll come by you. Yeah, cool. Maybe later that day, the next day, whatever. I'm like, there's a pretty damn good UFC on. Here's the thing though. She's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time I hung out with her, we watched the Brewers game 1 of the NLCS. When they got their butt kicks. Not the whole thing. Not the whole thing. Not the whole thing. I know, right? No, like not the whole thing. Yeah, that was depressing. But we watched a few innings, right? And then you could see the writing on the wall. I'm like, whatever. So we did other things. But I can 100% see her being like, yeah, let's watch. I'll watch some UFC with you. That's cool. And then I could be like, hey, buddies, come over and bring your girlfriends or something like that. The thing is, we might not hang out till later in the day. And I'm just remembering right now, this is in Abu Dhabi, Grabe or something like that. So it starts, 2 p.m. your time, or at least the main card starts. Yeah, it's on my TV right now, 2 p.m. your time. So it's going to be a little bit earlier. So maybe I can get away with not hanging out till later on in the day. But typical me to go and schedule a hangout sesh with a girl at the same time that something cool is happening. I won't let it happen again, dude. But man, you meet a girl with no gag reflex and she's really cool. It's kind of hard to be like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Dill?
I just can't get over the fact the way you fucking say gag.
How do I say it?
Gag reflex, like a fucking. Like a
Midwesterner?
Like your northern Midwest,
Oh, don't you know, Derry?
Yeah.
Wait till you come spend some time here someday and you hear how, oh my God, you can't even understand people when they're talking sometimes. They'll come up to you and like, oh, the other day I was in it, and you're just like, yeah, dude, I don't know what you are saying to me right now. Like, I might say gag, and some other words in that Midwest way, but vague. But that's about it. Outside of that, like I try not to sound too youper, but man, it's wild around here. But yeah, dude, you just you gonna watch it by yourself, or you got some?
No, we're gonna be down in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. My dad's getting married this weekend.
What? Okay.
And
the 10th time. Congratulations again, Mr. Val.
So
tell me about that. What's up with Dad getting married all these times?
He got divorced.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
How many times is it?
3, I think.
3.
Yeah.
3 times the charm. That's what they say, at least, you know.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. We're gonna go down there, see my sister. It'd be good.
Okay. Younger,
hang
older?
around.
How old's your
My
sister?
sister's 18 months older than me.
Okay. That's pretty close. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna see her and just hang out, and then the wedding is on Saturday. We're going down there tomorrow, so we're gonna hang around Pigeon Forge and stuff. And wedding's on
What part of
Saturday.
Tennessee is this?
Gatlinburg.
Where's that
Um,
geographically?
it's a really popular spot. It is, I think, like 3 hours from Nashville. It's in like the middle of Tennessee, Smoky Mountains.
Ooh, okay.
An hour and a half south of Knoxville.
Okay.
Go Vols,
Sounds like a
baby.
good time.
Go Vols. Yeah, we're gonna hang around Pigeon Forge. Like it's a pretty popular area. Like I'm sure most people know what the fuck Gatlinburg is or Pigeon Forge is. It's the Smoky Mountains. It's where Dollywood is. It's basically like Dolly Parton's Disney World theme park of
Sure.
the South. You know what I mean?
That sounds like a good time, dude. Like the
Yeah, it's
Smoky
beautiful.
Mountains,
It's beautiful,
the
especially
scenery.
this time of year because it's super. Like in the Appalachian Mountains, it's like dense forest with
Mhm.
rolling hills, and all the leaves are changing, and it's cool weather.
that's
and
dope.
it's just
That's
nice.
dope.
Yeah, really, really
Cool,
nice.
man. Kids going too, or just
Yeah.
you and the lady?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's dope,
kid is
dude.
going, and we're just gonna pop down there. I mean, it's 4.5 hours from us, so we're just gonna drive down there and have a good time for the weekend, and then the wedding's Saturday afternoon, so hopefully it doesn't conflict terribly. That's Central Time too, so I think it's like 1:30 Central Time. So hopefully it doesn't conflict too terribly with the fights.
Well, if it's a short ceremony,
It is.
which
It's just like a
mostly they
chapel
are.
wedding, like just a
Yeah, 20, 30 minutes, get it over with, and you might
yeah.
miss.
'Cause the whole
part of
thing
the
is going to be
first
the
fight.
reception back at
Yeah.
the cabin. So
Yeah, that's dope. Nice. That's awesome. Enjoy the hell out of that. For those that don't know, that are either watching or will watch someday, Dylan is taking a little bit of a break from fighting because I flew down there and he got to talking, and we started sparring and I had to break his elbow. So he's got a bum elbow right now. So you want to update people on how your elbow is after I broke it?
look, when I broke my elbow, when I snapped my arm in half, okay. This is. I just want you to know where you're at, okay. I could have stood up, ripped my own arm off, and beat you with it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's where you need to know where you're at. And
my
comfy
level.
Seat, you're in your comfy seat up there in Milwaukee in the fucking loser spot because you got fucking swept
Oh
by
man.
the Warriors.
How's those Nationals doing? Not too good, huh?
I'm not
Who's
a
your
Natty
team?
fan.
Damn it! I knew you were a Natty fan.
No, I'm even worse, dude. I'm a Cardinal fan. So
Oh,
I
I
can't
hate
talk
you.
shit.
God, I hate you. Oh man, they've been the bane of our existence for.
Hey, when I grew up, they were
20,000
the
years,
most
bro.
fucking badass team ever to be a fan of, dude.
They were good, man. That
they
was
were
like
fucking really good.
2011.
2000,
when they were,
2006, 2011.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were.
I went to
and
a
they
couple of those games in
were just
11. man.
littered in the postseasons, all in that same.
All
when
the
they had
time.
Dude,
All
when they
the
had
time.
fucking Yadier Molina and Albert Pujols and
Was that lefty? The leadoff Matt Carpenter, was it? Something like that?
Matt Carpenter was sick, but he was a little post that era. But they had like Chris Carpenter as an ace.
Maybe that's what I
and
was
Adam
thinking, yeah.
Wainwright. I mean Lance Berkman, David Freese.
Yeah.
I mean David Eckstein.
Freaking MVP of the World Series when he came out of nowhere and he torched
David fucking
the Brewers
Freese
so bad.
Dude.
He's a legend. He's got to be a
Talk about
legend in Cardinals.
Fucking postseason clutch performance, 2011.
It was
against,
one of the best in history. The Brewers.
And
then
it has one of the most iconic photos after he hits the walk off in Game 6 to go to Game 7. As he's rounding third, he's coming home, and they just won the game because of the walk-off. He takes off his helmet, and he slams it in between him, and he's like, yeah! Like, right before he jumps on home plate. I mean, it is a crazy photo.
I'm sitting at home doing this.
Dude, I am such a fan of the era I grew up with in baseball in general, but
Sure.
the Cardinals. My dad was a Cardinals fan. So I was naturally just a Cardinals fan.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. He was working in Utah. I was living in Vegas at the time in 2006 when they went to the World Series against the Tigers.
I think so.
Is that right?
Sounds about right.
And fucking World Series happens. They're going, and I'm just not doing good in fucking 6th grade. And I was just like, I hated life. I was just getting fights all the time, just had terrible grades, and my dad was gone. I was living with my stepmom and my twin brother and sister, by myself, just with them. And my dad, I just wanted to hang out with my dad, you know what I mean? And he was working in Utah, and we lived in Vegas at the time. And so one thing he did was he called his wife, my stepmom, and said, hey, why don't you guys come up? And then so we went up there for like, I don't know, a long weekend. It's shoddy memory, but a long weekend, maybe a week, where we went up there. We drove up there, and he was near Park City, Utah. And so we just did the whole Park City theme park thing and did a bunch of like cool mountain slide rides and shit like that. And then we were watching postseason baseball as well. So it was a blast. It was a blast. Real cool, cool time.
I obviously I hate the Cardinals, but I respect them. My hat's off as a Brewer fan for the last forever, my whole life. They've been like Cubs, and you know what I mean, like whatever. But like the Cardinals have been the most competitive against us, have eliminated us the most, have just been the thorn in our side. But I will tell you this, man, like, and this, I know Brewers fans can suck, and Cardinals fans can suck, but like Cubs fans are horrible. They come to, it's an hour and a half, if that, from Chicago to Milwaukee. They come, they try to take over the stadium. They try to call it Wrigley North, and they're just obnoxious. Cardinal fans, awesome. Super respectful, good baseball knowledge. They're not crapping on the state. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're good for the most part. And I'm talking my whole life of meeting them, and I'll be sitting in the bleachers, and right next to us are Cardinal fans, or we're sitting on the third baseline, or right behind us are Cardinal fans. Like, they're really cool. They're good people. So I got nothing but respect. I hate them, but I respectfully hate them because they were a force to be reckoned with. They were incredible, dude. But the Brewers made it further than them this year. So there. Bam.
Everybody did. Everybody.
Anyways, what's up? The update on your elbow. I don't know how we got into baseball.
It's fine. I'm 10 weeks in to the injury. I heard it back in August. It completely snapped in half. I was training. It was a Saturday, just a regular training day. I was preparing for a fight in September, late September, and just getting some grappling in, and a guy had my back, and I was tripoded up on my hands and feet trying to shake him off, and he kind of dove to my left side and tried to chop my arm out as he was on top of me. So I was bearing all his weight, and he tried to chop my arm, and he hit the joint of my elbow, and it did this, but the other way. You know what I mean? And I'm basically sitting there flapping my arm around, freaking out, like, oh my God. Like, it was the craziest thing. I mean, it was the most severe pain I've ever experienced in my entire life, by far.
That's got to be saying something, because I'm sure you've felt.
I've taken some ass whippings.
Yeah, right. Yeah, damn, that's
Like
that. I mean, I can
brutal.
imagine, man. That's sensitive, dude. Like,
Yeah.
for it to. Oof.
Brooke Wells snapped her shit off on a snatch,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But
pretty
even
similar.
then, like, not to discount her injury, like, hers didn't do what mine did. Hers buckled and dislocated,
Correct.
and she bailed, and it was just kind of there. Jamal Hill got submitted by Paul Craig, and in an armbar, like an armbar triangle kind of action, and boom, it pops, dislocates, right?
Yeah.
Those dislocations happen. They're extremely painful. Mine, I'm telling you, was over here.
That's
like,
crazy.
I was bearing my weight and my training partner's weight and he chopped my elbow, and it completely folded in half. So I had a lot of tendon damage. Luckily, nothing tore off the bone. But I had a bunch of tears all in those tendons and UCL and everything. So like recovery has been, I kind of was talking shit like I'd be good in a few weeks because they reset it and they told me that I was on copious amount of drugs, by the way. You know, they were like, you're just crazy. You don't have any, it doesn't feel like anything's detached. So, you know, you got lucky, and no nerve damage, all the digits work, you know, that was a big concern. So yeah, it was a freak injury. And because of how far back it actually bent from the joint, I had a lot of tendon and ligament damage, but nothing miraculously detached. So full function of the hand, it's still a little tender, and I don't want to be kicked in it. You know what I mean? So I was.
You working out at all? I know we talked about it kind of recently, but
I do shit with it, but it's still light. I'm not trying to.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
What about that CA peptides? You get on that?
I did take a peptide.
I've heard good things.
Yeah.
I'm telling Dave Castro.
I took it was a mix of BPC 157, TB 500, GHKU, I want to say, and something else, KAPV. Okay. But one of them's got copper in it. It was interesting. I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you if it helped because it's been 10 weeks. I mean, but I will say, it's been 10 weeks of now I'm finally at like 99%. I'm like right around there. It's like my elbow's just still pretty sore, but it's full function and full extension and flexion. No restrictions there. Just a little tightness here and there, a little inflammation, feels a little bit inflamed, but like otherwise feels structurally completely sound. And that I met that mark I met the structural sound mark at like, I don't know, 4 weeks. Pretty quickly. That's amazing. And I was taking the peptide right away.
That's amazing.
So, I mean, maybe that helped. I don't know, but I was willing to.
I mean, you're a fit dude too, so you know your body's going to heal faster than the average bloke who's not in your type of shape and doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? And you add a peptide and smart rehab and stuff like that. And yeah, man, that's good to hear, man. I'm happy. I meant to ask you last time how that's coming along, but that's pretty freaking dope. Speaking of working out, I had mentioned the other day that I'm just doing one workout a day. That's it, man. So typically it'll be like I have enough time to warm up, do a lift, or more so Metcon. And then I have the crossover symmetry bands, which I love those things. And I'll go, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes through ATYs or freaking Palloff press or whatever.
Dude, I'll see a clip of somebody doing the crossover symmetry, and my shoulders are so trash that like when I watch just somebody doing the all the different movements that crossover tells you to do, my shoulders start like getting around. They're like, please, shoulder. They're like, can we?
Bro, I'm telling you, because from military service, from other things, like my shoulders have been they're the tightest part on me. You know what I'm saying? They've given me the most problems over the years, and doing obviously the foam roll and all the other stuff, but doing the crossover symmetry as much as I have for the last 3 years, 5 years, has really like the stabilizer muscles, all the things like. I can go overhead squat, handstand walk with, and I feel confident, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not, the pain is all but gone, depending on what I did the day before, I suppose. But I swear by those things. So that's typically, it's like a Metcon and then some of that, or some traditional bodybuilding stuff because I love to do it. But today, and a lot of what I do, I'm testing it out for my athletes that I program for. So I'm like, all right, what's realistic? What would be a good competitive prep workout? And today I think I nailed it. And bro, if you're ever healthy and you want to try this, don't do it. No, but it was 27 deadlifts at 225.
Gross.
Nothing too, it's gross-ish, but manageable, right? 27 deadlifts, 225. 11 ring muscle ups with an extra dip. So you get the ring muscle ups, you dip.
Shit.
And then
Is
you
that
dip
Sentinel?
again. Nope. This is just me. But a lot of what I do is inspired by Sentinel. When Taylor first started 4 years ago, he actually reached out to me because we had DM'd and chatted, and he reached out when it was self-made training program. He's like, hey, I've been in pursuit of the games, but knee injury, blah, blah, blah. I'm shifting for now my focus to programming. Would you want to try it? And we had already built such a good relationship that I was like, yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. So I might have been the first person to actually sign up for
dude. I subscribed to his initial, it wasn't called Sentinel. It was called,
Suck My Tiny Penis. Self-made training program.
Self-made training. Yeah. And he was using the Fitter app or whatever. Is he still use that?
Still using it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I subscribed to him for like 2 years and I never did a workout. I just wanted to, I was doing CrossFit at my gym. And I'm training. So like, I literally just like subscribed to him just to subscribe to him to support him.
Support. Yeah. That's awesome.
And I know the larger support, the $20 a month is kind of throwaway. The larger support would be like be involved in the app and communicate with them and like make it grow and share it and all that stuff. That's much more valuable. But like,
sure.
I just, I thought I would participate and I just didn't.
Yeah, you're doing you're still doing it, but at the gym. You got training. You got a fan. When are you going to do it? Like, I totally understand it. And he would, even like you said, even though it's only $20, he would really appreciate that a lot. And that, he's crazy. He can be crazy and get going, but he is genuinely we used to do like Zoom calls and he's genuinely a good dude. But so I was like one of the first ones on it, and I did it. I still do it, I still do it. But his style of programming, you got to think, I've been doing this 14 years, man. I remember programs people probably have forgotten about at this point. Northern California CrossFit Lab, they called it. It was Miranda. It was Jason Khalipa. It was Pat Barber and what's his name? Pat Sherwood. They had this program and they would release it just like CrossFit.com on this website. I remember printing all of it off because they shut down one day. And before it goes away, I still have a thick binder of all their workouts. I've done Misfits. I've done Mayhem. I've done Comp Train. I've done everything. And I've been influenced, for better or for worse, by all of them. And then Sentinel comes along, self-made training program, now morphed into Sentinel. And my programming, if I don't do Sentinel, is very heavily influenced by what Taylor puts out. And then what I give my athletes is inspired. I don't take his workouts and then give them to my athletes. I could never live with myself. But I'd be lying if there weren't times where I'm like, yeah, this is kind of something that Taylor would program for his people to do. And so like even this workout today, heavily influenced by something that Taylor would program. So the workout, 27 deadlifts, 11 double pump, I guess you can call them, ring muscle ups. Then the weight goes up. You do 21 deadlifts at 275 this time. And then 9 of the ring muscle up double pumps, 15 deadlifts at 315, 7 ring muscle up double pumps. So you get some grip in there, get some posterior chain, and then you get, dude, I'm telling you, you could see it in my Instagram story. By the time I was on that last set of 7, it's just 7. For me, and for most athletes that have been doing this a long time, that's not a big deal. But that second dip
crushes
like just right here. I'm like something's gonna tear if I keep doing this. Like it was crazy. That last set of 7 took.
Is that something that I've seen? I've never seen a double dip programmed. I've seen many dips
the
on the
first
rings
time
program.
The first time I ever saw that was in Sentinel training. He programmed. I don't remember exactly the workout.
He's got to do that in Kill Taylor.
I meant to call him or text him today. I'm going to do that after we're done. I'm going to tell him like, dude, this would be a good Kill Taylor. And even if you wanted to change the deadlifts, because you got to remember, he programs this so he can't lose.
Yeah.
He's not the best deadlifter. Like, he's good, but the reason you don't see it a lot is because he's not the greatest deadlifter. So even if he took that and made it a sandbag clean, because he's exceptional at those, or made it a dumbbell snatch or something like that, I think just seeing somebody like him and then seeing if high level athletes will call in to try a double pump ring muscle up, 27 of them. Man, dude, I'm telling you, like, I'm not the fittest in the world by a long shot, but I'm pretty good at ring muscle ups. Oh, just for a second, but you're back now.
My Wi-Fi dropped completely. Hey, does your Wi-Fi work?
Mine did that today too. Like half of the day didn't work. Weird. Anyways, that was my workout today, and my my chesticles and triceps is gonna be interesting tomorrow when I, that first roll out of bed, and you just feel your body, and you're like, oh my God, it's gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I want to see him program a heavy muscle up workout, ring muscle up workout, and I just want to see Hiller call in.
That would be awesome.
Go head to head with him.
That would be sick, dude. That would be really cool. Yeah, that would be awesome. I've been meaning to hang out with that dude because he's very close to me.
I think obviously Taylor's probably much more fit at this point because Hiller's not been actively competing and
right.
Taylor isn't either, but he's doing the still competitive version on Kill Taylor, and all his programming still stays incredibly fit. I'm sure Hiller's incredibly fit, but he is that muscle up guy. And so I'd like to see him actually call in and see how
what do you say? His PR is like 30?
Yeah.
Unbroken ring. I mean, that's absurd, bro. That's absurd. Like I'm between, we did it not too long ago. I'm 15 to 20. Yeah. And by the time I'm on that last one, I'm like, this is it. Like if I try another one, we're not even getting close. You know what I'm saying?
Before my arm snapped off.
30.
Before my arm snapped off.
Before I snapped your arm off.
Yeah. I did a workout with that I just kind of threw together myself. I programmed 3 muscle ups in it. I don't remember the rest of the workout. It had like burpee, box jump overs or something, step overs, or I don't know, something, and kind of like a chipper. I had a couple other things, and but it was like 3 muscle ups, and dude, 3. Let me tell you, 3 is like my max. Like I haven't done them in so long. I used to string together about 12, 15, but and I started getting really good at strict, but
that's
I just
badass, dude.
I just got rid of the competitive CrossFit journey, and
yeah, it's like why would you someone who's more focused on fighting and everything, like burn yourself out trying to be competitive? Can anyone do that? Like, can you think of anyone that would be able to pursue fighting and want to be good at it, not just like, yeah, I fight, but like actually want to be good at it and do CrossFit at a higher level? Like, I just ain't gonna see that.
Even just casually showing up to the gym 3 days a week to do a CrossFit workout that's programmed with a lot of barbell cycling and just heavy weight loads and things like that, it gets too taxing on your body. It just your central nervous system crushes, and you're taking a beating in sparring and training, and then you're taking a beating by all that load bearing weight, the barbell cycling, so I still do CrossFit, but I keep it to a lot more gymnastic. I even don't do a ton of gymnastics, like especially like upside down shit. But
I mean, you're doing it. If you talk to Greg Glassman, you're doing it the way it's supposed to be done. You're not overdoing it, and you're also learning and playing new sports. You know what I'm saying? Like that is like if you were to call in, like you did that one time when Greg was on, that was just fantastic. But if you were to call in, like next Wednesday, let's say you call in and you were like, "Hey, man," and you told them some, like I still do CrossFit. I don't do it a whole lot, but I fight, and I pursue that hardcore. He would give you, he'd be like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. It's supposed to enhance every other area of your life. And you're not just supposed to be kind of like I turned into for a long time, just CrossFit. And there's other things to do that CrossFit will make you better at that won't be as, maybe as hard on you, but like, even if it's still hard on you, like fighting, do you just want to be the gym rat guy who's just always just doing CrossFit? I'm still getting better at that myself because I find myself, I just need my time to work out, but then time outside of that, it's like I'm, I got the kids or I'm doing this and I'm running there and I got dad group stuff, WeBus stuff. And it's just like, I got to do a better job at finding other, hey, it's Jesus again, finding other things to do besides just CrossFit. But shameless plug real quick for those that might still, I see we got one viewer there, and anyone who views this in the future. If you're a dad, and even if you're not struggling, you just want other dads, other dudes to talk to learn from, to experience this crazy journey of being a dad and do it with awesome dudes who are going to share experiences, not advice. We're not going to tell you what to do, how to do anything. We're just going to tell you what we did, how we did it. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, move on. But if you want to be involved in something like that, if that sounds cool to you, my little handle right here, go on Instagram and DM me, and I'll fill you in all about WeBus, what we do, and the camps that we run, and the curriculum that we have. And it's pretty freaking dope. Not gonna lie to you, I've been through a divorce in the last 3 years, and I'll tell you what, without the support of these guys, I'd be, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know if I'd be, if I'm being totally honest with you. But hit me up if you are a dad looking for support, looking for fun, looking for good dudes. Sorry, ladies, it's just dads for now.
No, that's good. I like that you do that. It's really damn cool.
We got to have a convo about that one of these days, man, because it's pretty fun, man, especially where you're at with a little one, another one on the way.
Yeah.
Just having other dads to hear from, talk to. And what's really cool is when you got dads that have older kids, like you're early on the journey. These dads have like teenage kids, adult kids. And they're like, hey, man, this is what I experienced. You probably could expect this to happen. And if that happens, don't sweat it too much. It's all good. Just having that, it gives you peace of mind. So you have to be like, oh, my God, am I doing something wrong? Or like, what the hell, So it's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah. I mean, we all need that outlet, talk man to man and share stories to kind of find a common ground on, like, hey, we're not fucking everything up that we think we are. It's just kind of
that right there, dude. That right there, we especially men like us, we think that we are just fucking everything up. Like, I'm doing this
super
wrong, I'm doing that wrong.
Dude.
Oh God, yeah. Which is okay, right? Because there's accountability there. There's owning it. But like, again, you hear these dads, the stories they tell, and especially when you get like a dad that you think he's got it all together, and then he tells you stories that you're like, what? And you're like, whoa, bro, like, okay, like maybe I'm not as bad as I thought. Maybe I am doing things better than I am doing them wrong. And, then you just get that confidence, and then you can carry on down the road of certainty, and not like, oh, am I screwing up? Did I mess up? Did I yell too much? Did I not yell enough? And it's pretty freaking dope, dude. Everybody
that's cool. That's really good. It's cool that you put that together too. You got a big group now going?
Yeah, it's pretty big. I think we're approaching 100 guides nationwide. We got one guy in New Zealand, a bunch of guys in Cali, Texas. Yeah, a lot of guys here in Wisconsin too. It's turned into it started as one dad, and he's shared all this, so he wouldn't mind me talking about Wes Pyatt. He was a CrossFit Games athlete back in the day. He's like L3, he might have his L4, but he travels, does seminar staff, Flowmaster kind of stuff, like owns a gym, Coast Range CrossFit in Gilroy, California. He had a rough upbringing, dude. His dad was a Hell's Angel, OD'd when he was like 6. He grew up in that world of biker gangs and chaos. And then it was him and his sister and his mom. And his mom was a diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic and did some really not good things to him. He grows up around that, then joins the military, had some rough deployments, then becomes a firefighter and just at Pismo Beach and San Luis Obispo, California. And I mean, some of the stories of people driving their cars off cliffs and he's got to respond to it, or people drowning in the ocean, it just stays with you. Right. And then 2020 comes and George Floyd happens and he's in Cali, man. Like it's very polarizing politically there. Half the gym is pro George Floyd, half the gym is like pro cops, and they're clashing. He's caught in the middle of it. The gym has to shut down because of COVID, like so many things. And he had made every plan to end his life. And this is a father of 2 little girls and a husband. He had made every plan, got the gun, had everything. And the last thing he did before he was going to do that is, he reached out to like myself. We had been acquainted over the years in the CrossFit space and a bunch of other dads, because he's had, and I have, I'm sure you have, men you served with, friends you've had who they didn't reach out. They took their own life, and they didn't even give you the opportunity to help them. So instead of just not reaching out, he reached out to a bunch of dudes, a bunch of guys he's met over the years, guys at the gym that he owns. And, hey, I want to start a dad's group. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it started as, like, yeah, let's talk, you know. And then he came on and shared all this one day, and whoo, that was deep, dude. That was real deep. The whole thing started out of an almost tragic situation, and it's turned into, we just held a camp over my 40th birthday weekend, actually, out in Deadwood, Spearfish, South Dakota. I'm telling you, man, that was some of the best 4 or 5 days of my life. I can't even, I could sit here for the next 2 hours and tell you how awesome it was and what we did, and how soul filling and cup filling it was, dude. It was incredible. And we plan to keep doing them. We got one next year in Idaho. Yeah, it's some pretty special stuff, dude. I'm blessed to be a part of it. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm a part of a men's Bible study I go to every Wednesday, and it's small, but one of the founding pastor does show up at times. He's not able to be there all the time, but of the church that we attend, it's cool. And it was when I first joined it was like, at the end of it, it was like therapy I never even knew I needed.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not a therapy guy. I actually have like, just I don't bash the practice altogether, but I think there is something to you know, expressing your problems and facing them and dealing with them and creating a plan on how to mend it and fix it and go, you know, move forward. Not dwell on all of these things that happened in the past. Whereas like, I think a lot of therapy can just lead you to just dwelling on all the bad shit.
Kind of like the medical establishment. They want you to just be a repeat customer. You know, they get more money. You keep coming back, you know.
Yeah, I think it depends. I'm not knocking therapy. If you need therapy, go get therapy.
For sure,
you know
100%. 100%. But we had a guy that told me the other day, he's the one who lives out in New Zealand. He's going through some crazy stuff in his own life. And he's like, dude, I've done therapy. What you guys offer is better than any therapy I've ever had. And I tell you, you talk about the ultimate compliment. Like, we're just a bunch of dads, dude. Different experiences, man. We ain't telling anybody what to do, how to do it, you know, and we want everybody to get awesome, stay awesome, all that stuff. And for someone to be like, dude, you know, my wife cheated on me. She's left me. I got kids. I lost my job. All these things to tell us that what we're offering, this simple concept, is better than any therapy he's ever had. I'm like, dude, thank you. Like,
yeah,
that's amazing. You know, that's all we want, dude. We're not trying to take people's money or nothing like that. You know how hard it is to set up a business of like, hey, dads that share experience and no advice. Like, how do you make money off of something like that? Right. You know, it's just like we know that this is necessary. It's a good either I don't want to say replacement, but it's a good replacement for therapy, or it's a bonus to therapy. So that's all we want. That's all we do.
Yeah. And like I said, if you need therapy, go get therapy. But I will say, you know, rather than paying, you know, whatever it is, $300 a session or $400 a session, it's like maybe try out a men's group or a women's group or a Bible study where it's like, and I do, you know, stress, like if you're a father, go to a men's group. If you're a mother, go to a women's group. Like,
yes,
like because it is a shared, you're not living in these gripes, but you do get to hear seemingly well put together people and all of their shortcomings, and then you realize what the coping mechanism is. There is kind of like you realize like, damn, I'm not alone. You know, I am facing 100%. That too, and this person 100%. Seems like they got it all together, and you know they're facing the same issues I'm facing, so that can go a long way.
Very powerful, and the men on men thing is a lot better too. because that's why we're just still a men's dads group. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, we have nothing against women. Matter of fact, we know that if we get dads to be better, and then that affects their partners, right?
Yeah.
And then all the rising tides lifts all ships.
Yep.
But like, if we start getting women in there, matter of fact, we had that the app we use, Marco Polo, put out like this email blast like a couple years ago, and maybe a year and a half ago, they put out this email blast, and a lot of it went to women. Hey, come check out this group, join this group. So all of a sudden, I have to field, because that's my role, onboarding retention. I had to field all these ladies like, oh, can I get in the group? And I'm just like, sorry, ladies, like, this is only guys, not because we don't like women, but we don't have any expertise in the lady area. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
how do we tell you our experiences? Your experiences are completely different. Your genetic makeup, everything is completely different. We have no business telling you, and you have no business telling us. So maybe someday, but we're 4.5 years strong, and it's just dads. But again, those dads get better, and their whole household gets better. And we team and partner with ladies groups that are exclusively women. So they're getting better, and then their husbands are getting better. Everyone's getting better, you know? So yeah, I love it. I love it. Bible studies are good too, man, because even if you're not heavy in faith, you still get to be. You said one of the coolest things about it is, like, non-religious people often look at almost in a minute. Non-religious people kind of look at religious people or people of faith, and they're intimidated. They think we're perfect and we got it all figured out, and blah, 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 right? And then you go to a Bible study or some type of gathering like that, and you realize that could not be further from the truth. We are broken. We have our problems, the same problems you do. The difference is we understand that we don't have in our own self the capability to fix it entirely, or to be better, or to, you know what I'm saying? So we believe that somebody paved the path of how to live life the best, right? And we can confide in that. So we're very flawed. We're very imperfect. We say and do and deal with the same stuff. But there's just a recognition there that, like, we can't do it on our own. We just don't have the capability. So, and when you get to see that in an intimate group like that, you talk to men that you think have it all together and you find out they don't. That's what's really powerful, because then you're like, dude, I don't have to keep pretending like I got it together. I mean, homeboy over there who makes 6 figures and I thought had it all together is struggling with porn addiction, or is struggling with whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, his marriage is on the rocks, and it's super powerful, man. That's all we try to offer to everybody.
Yeah, and if you're more of the secular type, just go read the Gospels. Start with the Gospels. Why not?
It's that simple.
You don't have to read the Bible front to back. I don't even recommend reading. Just start with John or read Paul. Like, look, if you look at the apostles, the most faith-based individuals, the chosen 12, they're the most righteous in following Christ.
Witnessed Jesus do stuff, not just heard about it and like witnessed it.
But my thing here is that, like, you just go look at their life story.
Yep.
Like, look at Paul.
So imperfect.
He was Saul, and he was a Roman soldier and committed a lot of heinous acts, and became one of the, closest to Christ. And it's like,
they've been canceled nowadays.
David, the same thing. I mean, just a lot of fucked up shit in their lives, that you could, Luke, the prodigal son, and just story after story after story of these perfect, closest to Christ men who had some pretty checkered past, and so if you don't, if you're a secular person, just go hear their stories, because that's going to help you realize, like, hey, just these people weren't just walking around as saints. What I mean?
Not even close.
They
not
had
even
a lot
close,
of
dude.
shit to work on, and intervention,
and to walk with the Jesus. Like, now we're 2,000 some years removed from it. Like, we have faith, we believe. Like, these men, like, walked with him. They saw him raise Lazarus from the dead. They saw him heal the blind. They saw, you know what I mean? They saw it, and they still struggled, and they still were imperfect. A good pastor friend of mine put it this way. He said, like the Bible, the gospel is, and actually told Savan this on several occasions, because like people like Savan, well, they're flirting with it. They just think too much. The brain, the human nature of the brain is to try to dissect everything. And as soon as you find like a problem or an issue or something that like rubs against your human naturism, you're like, oh, I don't know, and then you get stuck on that. And I'm like, the core of the Bible is the gospel.
Yep.
It lays the blueprint. Everything else outside of that is either context, it's where we derive our values from, it's great stories, inspiration, or it's idolatry. And what I mean by that is certain religious people. I'll take, for example, 1st or 2nd Corinthians, where it talks about wives submit to your husbands. So they'll stop there. Now they'll take that, and this still happens to this day, and they'll say, wives submit to your husbands, cook the food, do all, just don't talk back to me. I control you. I'm the man of the house, But if you read that verse on, it also says, husbands, submit to your wives as Christ did for the church, as a sacrifice. That's very powerful, and is very contradictory to how you can take that first part and idolatrize it, whatever, if that's even a word, and make it so that you have the power over women or other people, instead of like, no, there's a whole second part to that. And it requires a crazy amount of accountability and sacrifice on the men's part. But we don't want to do that. And that's where the Bible can turn into idolatry, and you point it at other people instead of pointing it at yourself. The gospel is the core. It's the point of the whole darn thing. Context, values, things like that. Or you can twist it around and you can use it on other people to try to get what you want, gain power over them, whatever you want to call it. So
love it.
That's my rant. I got to pee and eat.
Yeah, I got to go. I got to get ready for this trip tomorrow. My wife's been,
heck yeah.
been kicking ass at it while we're here bullshitting. So
I'm so excited for you guys. That's going to be awesome, dude.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It'll be a good time.
Much needed, but good show. First live stream didn't go terribly, I would say. And
could have been worse, man. It started off a little rough, but it could have been worse.
Yeah.
I think it's only going to get better from here. But I think, if I'm not correct, once we hit Leave Studio, I'm very rarely correct, but once we hit Leave Studio, we can't like exit the browser because it's got to do something. So when you hit Leave Studio, don't not that you were going to, but just so you don't.
Will do. Buddy.
All right, dude.
Good one. Can't wait till next week.
Enjoy your vacation with the fam, dude. Live it up. Have a good time.
Will do.
I'll be texting you Saturday.
Yeah, buddy. Can't wait.
All right. Peace out, dude.
All right. See ya. Bye.